Hello everybody, how are we all doing today? Thank you for coming back to Epound Vale. My name's Dan. I'm hoping you're all having a really good day today. So, this is the long-awaited first episode of my Baby Witchin series. This has been requested by a number of people within the community to give my experiences on witchcraft and some hints and tips for the baby witch for them to start on their journey. I'm often approached by people who say that there is so much information out there in books, on the internet, on YouTube about witchcraft and how to start, and they find it so overwhelming. So hopefully I'm going to be able to bring my experiences to this arena and give you some really good, simple tips to start you on your baby witchcraft journey. Also, I'm hopefully going to do it in a way that is going to be cheap and easy and accessible, because nobody wants to be going out buying 6 foot tall, hand rolled beeswax candles imbued with herbs and oils and all sorts of different ephemera. You don't need that to start, you need basic supplies, and we're gonna, hopefully, in this series, we're gonna tackle those topics. So, first of all, I did want to say that this is going to be a community-led series. I'm going to aim to put out a video every 2 to 3 weeks. Any quicker than that, and I'm not going to have the time to do them. And also, you guys are not going to have the time to go away and do the little tasks that are set for you to sort of start you on your baby witchcraft journey. But because it's going to be community-led, I do need your feedback. I need you to put stuff in the comments about your experiences with the tasks, about what you want to see, about where you want the series to go. I'm going to be doing this for you guys, so you need to tell me what you want. Witchcraft and spellcraft can be an amazing experience, a really transformative experience for the person who's doing them, as long as it's done with the right energy and the right intentions. So, as this is the first ever episode of the Baby Witchin series, we're gonna go right back to basics. Witchcraft and spellcraft is all about intent and visualization. You need to make sure that you are in the right place physically and mentally in order to do ritual, witchcraft and spellcraft, because you need to have your energy and your intentions set. So, how do we do that? Well, visualization is all about visualizing, using your imagination and focusing that energy. You're going to be doing your ritual or your spellcraft or your witchcraft in an area, hopefully one that you can use just for that purpose. As you can see, I have an altar. I know not everybody has the option of having a permanent altar set up, but whatever space you're going to use for your ritual or your witchcraft or your spellcraft, I'm just going to use the word witchcraft to encompass ritual and spellcraft. Whatever area you're going to use, you need to first of all make sure that your space is cleansed and ready for the work you're going to do. So, the first thing you want to do with the space that you're going to be using for your witchcraft is to make sure that it's physically clean. You want to make sure you've cleaned away all the dust, all the dirt, all the grime. Some people like to use Florida water for this. Some witches like to use moon water. They may have squirted a little bit of lemon juice in there. They may have crafted and created their own cleaning materials to do this. I'm not going to get into that right now because I don't want to confuse people. Just clean it with however you want to clean it. If you want to use normal household cleaning things to clean down the space and to clean down the surface, that's fine. You know, we can get into more complicated things like moon water and using fluoride water and using different tonics to clean your sacred space at a later date. The next thing you want to do once you've cleared down your ritual space is get yourself ready for your witchcraft. Whether that's going to be spellcraft or that's going to be ritual work. Now what I like to do and what a lot of witches like to do is have a ritual bath, a ritual shower or some sort of ritual wash where they can physically clean and cleanse their body. Now this should be an event, especially if you're going to be doing something big and something exciting. I like to have a ritual bath if I'm going to be doing any ritual around the Sabbats or if I'm going to be doing anything really, really big. Now, if I'm just doing a ritual that goes on for 6 or 7 or 8 days, I won't have a ritual bath every single time. But I wanted to put this out there that ritual baths are a really good thing for you to do because it allows you to start to set your mind into the right frame for what you're about to do. Now, ritual baths can be a big affair with bubbles or salts and candles and tea lights and some really nice relaxing music. And what that does is start to shift your mind and your consciousness into the place where it wants to be, ready for your witchcraft. So, we've physically cleared our space and we've got ourselves physically ready and mentally ready for what we're about to do. So what's the next thing we're going to do when it comes to clearing space? We have to physically clear the energy out of this space. So if you're not using a permanent altar and you're just using a surface, whether that's a desk or a table in your home, you want to clear out the energy that surrounds it, that accumulates throughout the day-to-day life. If you are using a permanent altar and you're going to set up a new ritual or new spellcraft, you want to clear the energy and the residual leftover magic from previous rituals and previous spellcraft, and you want to get rid of that. So I'm going to list a few things that you can use to clear the energy around your space. I'll also show you some of the things that I have and that I use and how I use them to clear energy. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is smoke clearing your area. Now, there are loads of traditions when it comes to smoke clearing, but we're going to start with the basics. Now, the first thing you can use to smoke clear your area is incense. Now, incense comes in many forms. You have cone incense, and these are backflow incense cones from my backflow incense burner. You have stick incense that you can put into an incense burner or into a little bowl with some sand. And you also have resin, which can be burnt over a charcoal block in a little cauldron or metal pot. I'm not going to demonstrate how you use incense because I think it's quite self-explanatory. You light it, you blow it out and it starts to smoulder, and the flame and the smoke will drift around your area, clearing the area. Another way to smoke clear your area is to use herb bundles or smudge sticks. Now, I'm not going to call them smudge sticks because there are a lot of controversy around cultural appropriation, and smudging is a particular practice relating to a particular group of people. Now, I have a few herb bundles here to show you. I have them in shells that catch the ash. So here we have Palo Santo, which is wood from a tree. This is white sage. And these two, I believe, they are both thyme. I do have some pine ones, but I haven't been able to find them. They're in a box somewhere. So I will show you how you're going to use these. So if you're going to use a herb bundle, what you need to do is first of all, light the bundle with a flame. And then you simply move the bundle around your area with the smoke, clearing the area using the smoke. You can also move the smoke over yourself. Try not to bash yourself in the face with the lit bundle. And all herb bundles work exactly the same way. Have a little dish or something that you can put it in when you've finished, and it will smoulder out, and it won't set anything on fire. And also it will catch the ash. Now, Palo Santo is wood, and it works exactly the same way. You light the wood and just move it around your area, cleansing the area. Now, everyone has a particular preference for what type of herb bundle they want to use. Now, you can choose herb bundles based on what you're trying to achieve in relation to the clearing, or just based on the smell, whatever works for you. Now, if you're unable to burn things in your home, there are other ways for you to clear your sacred space. This is an aura spray. And it's a liquid that you can spritz all over yourself and all around the area that you want to work with. Now, you can purchase aura sprays from many good witchcraft suppliers on the internet or from metaphysical shops, and they work really well and they have lovely smells. You can choose particular aura sprays for different times of year or for different effects that you're hoping to have. Another item you can use if you're unable to burn things are crystals. There are some very good crystals that are very reasonably priced, which are great for clearing energy and clearing space. Selenite is one of my favourites and is very good for clearing space and clearing energy. This is a rough cut selenite wand. I also have a polished selenite wand. Now, what you can do with selenite is cast it over your area that you're working, and it will absorb all the negative energy that's in that area. You can also cast the wand over yourself from head to toe whilst visualising all the negative energy leaving you. There are a few other methods that you can use to clear the space in your area. I don't have any of these items to show you, so I'm just going to have to talk to you about them. You could use a besom or a broom, and you can use that. A besom is a tiny little broom, and obviously a broomstick is a full-size broom. And you can, the act of sweeping, not literally, but sweeping your area and visualising you sweeping away the negative energy is a really good way to clear your space using a besom or a broom. You can also use sound, such as a bell, a singing bowl, or a drum, using the sound to clear that energy away from the area. So, I've explained to you a few of the different tools and techniques that you can use. However, the most important thing when doing any of these aspects, from the physical clearing to the ritual bath or ritual wash to the energy clearing, is that you visualize all of the negative energy going away. You can visualize white light surrounding yourself, surrounding your space, and that is how you're going to manifest the change in the environment, which is going to make it clean and pure and ready for your witchcraft. It's all, as I said at the beginning of the episode, it's all about intent and it's all about visualization. Using these techniques and practicing these basic things will allow you to start to get in touch with your visualization and your intention setting. And that is what witchcraft is all about at the basic core level. Everything else that we use is an aid to help us to manifest our intentions and to focus our intentions. But you need to get your intention setting down from the get-go. So, as I said at the beginning of the episode, I will be setting little tasks for my viewers. If you want to get a journal to write down the results of your tasks, that's brilliant. Or if you just want to put down the results in the comment section, that's brilliant as well. If you do get a journal, that will start to form and create a book of shadows if you use it every episode as we go along. It's your magic journal, it's your witchcraft journal, and that is what Book of Shadows is. So, the first task I want to set you is all about clearing space and clearing the energy from your area and from yourself. If you're able to, take a ritual bath or a ritual shower. And while doing that, visualise the stresses and the worries of the day leaving your body. Relax, take some deep breaths while you're doing it, and write down how you feel afterwards. If you're able to clear the energy in a sacred space or just in any room that you live and work in, do those things and write down how it feels after you've cleared the energy. It's all about learning to tap into your visualization about clearing this energy away. One thing I'd also like to do at the end of every episode is to pull an oracle card for us to focus on over the next couple of weeks. I like to use tarot and oracle in my practice, and one deck that I'm going to be using throughout this series is the Everyday Witch Oracle. It's a really cute little deck. It's quite modern, and it has some little tasks that we can all do together in the deck. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and pull a card for us to see what we need to think about and what intentions we need to set over the next couple of weeks before the next episode is put out. And it could not be more perfect. The card that we have drawn is Meditation for Creativity. So let's see what the little guidebook says about meditation for creativity. I've got to find it. No, it doesn't have a number. That's the problem with this tech. It doesn't have a number. It's not air, it's a fire card. Creativity and passion for fire. And it's meditation for creativity. So this is what the guidebook says. Creativity can be thought of as the fire of the spirit. It comes to each of us in different forms. Some people might enjoy creativity in the more obvious artistic directions, such as writing, painting or crafting. Others might excel at creative problem solving or making their surroundings look beautiful. You can create in an art studio or in a kitchen or even in an office. The only limits are the ones we put on ourselves. Not everyone has the inclination or talent to do everything, but we all have something we make with a combination of mind, heart, hands and spirit. If you haven't figured out what your creative gift is, go out and discover it today. And the action is to do something creative. It doesn't matter what. Write a poem or a spell. Don't worry, they don't have to rhyme. Paint a picture, throw a pot or knit something. Whip up something wonderful in the kitchen or rearrange a room so that it feels more peaceful or looks more beautiful. Don't tell yourself you don't have time or talent. Just do it. But more than that, do it with purpose, mindfully and with appreciation. Really feel the creative process and how it nurtures your spirit and keeps your inner fires burning, which ties in so well with clearing space and clearing energy and getting yourselves ready for witchcraft. At the divination section says, if you have been feeling stagnant or grumpy, maybe this card is trying to tell you that you aren't devoting enough time and energy to the creative part of your nature. This card's giving me a bit of a smack on the arse, because that's how I've been feeling recently. After all, work is important, but we all need to balance it out with moments of play. Take a moment to look at this card and ask yourself, what am I doing to feed my soul? and the magic, and this is the section I want to talk about. Each card relates to an aspect of magic. We can do this. Actually, no, I'm going to read this out, and I'll leave it up to you guys whether you want to do the magic of this card, along with the other task I've already set you. Magic says, light a red, orange, or white candle and invoke the goddess Bridget. She's a Celtic goddess of creativity and inspiration. She's also known as the goddess of the flame and the well, and rules over the cauldron of creativity. If you have a small cast iron cauldron, you can use that. Otherwise, any pottery bowl will do. Take scraps of paper and write down any creative forms of expression that interest you. You don't have to be good at them. They are just things you enjoy doing. Put the papers in your cauldron or bowl and mix them up with your finger or anathema. Then ask Bridget to guide you and pull out a slip. Set aside time to do whatever is on it, even if it is just an hour or less. If you like, you can put the cauldron or bowl on your altar and pull a different piece of paper every week. So, I really like the fact that we pulled an oracle card, and it is really, really appropriate for me, personally, and also for what we're doing today about clearing space and clearing energy and doing it mindfully and with passion. So, there we have it. That is the first episode of my Baby Witchin series. The next episode is going to be out in 2 to 3 weeks, and that is going to focus all about candle magic. So, if you do have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you want to put down your experiences from taking your ritual bath or from clearing your space, you can do so in the comments below, or write them in a journal if you want to keep them personal. And if you have any ideas or any suggestions for future videos in this series, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for taking the time to do these activities with me today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Blessed be, and take care. Bye. Oh, why did I agree to do this? So, the first thing, I cleaned it down with, we've made it free of dust, free of grease, anything like that. No, Dan, what are you doing, you blob? To clear your energy. And I will also show you some of the things that I have, that I use. So I'm going to list a few. I'm going to have so many outtakes for this.